Welcome back, listeners, to episode number 32 of the Hip Pause podcast. Coming at you, not live, pre-recorded, but it was live recorded in a live, not studio, bedroom. You get the idea. You're here with your hosts. You got...
David.
Yeah, you kind of paused there, like... David, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I'm Iman. We are trying a little bit of a different recording setup this week. So, hey, if it sounds good, let us know. If it sucks, let us know.
Exactly. Hey, and by the way, we've never actually been live.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. So this week, we're going to be covering our weeks, what we've been watching on YouTube, what has been in the news around YouTube, a couple little bits there, and then we're covering our big YouTuber of the week, which is
that's good old
cue, you said.
That good old DudePerfect.
Yeah, DudePerfect. Awesome. So, I mean, what you been watching this week, David? What you been up to?
Well, I won't say I've had like a crazy amount of history, but I've been, you mentioned Gus Johnson in the last one. So I've been,
yes,
he's been popping up in my homepage. And you know what that means? You got to watch him.
You got to watch every video on the homepage of YouTube.
Yeah, because YouTube recommends it, and they're very smart people. You got to trust what they recommend.
Oh, here we go. Don't get me started again. You can watch one of our previous listen to one of our previous episodes if you want to hear me rant about YouTube.
But yeah,
YouTube
so
homepage.
One of my favorite ones is where I think he calls it like my big day or like the biggest day ever or something like that. And he just puts, it's the best day. And he just puts on like these really bright shorts. I don't know if you've seen them. Just like really tight up and like short shorts tucked in with a t-shirt. And he's just like walking around an area all optimistic, and everyone's looking at this guy like, what the hell? And then all it is for him to go to like Mickey Mouse, I believe, at Disneyland and like take a photo with him. And he was like so happy.
So Gus Johnson basically does, for anyone that has not watched him, he basically just does sketch comedy, and like they're really kind of viney, like not 6 seconds, but like 30 seconds. A lot of them are, but they're short and just like quick little jokes. But he's so funny, so witty, and like clever.
It's the execution of it that he never seems to fail. Just gets it right every time.
Yeah. And only 500k subs as well. Like, damn, the dude is killing it. He deserves more.
Yeah, and I love people with a good ratio. He gets like a good view count.
Yeah, we're all about that ratio here on Hip Pause. It's all about that ratio.
It's more important than the money you make.
Well, exactly, because if Jake Paul, for example, has... How many subs does he have now? Like 12, 15 million?
I think he's on 16.
16?
Yeah.
So he's there with 16 mil, and he's getting a few 100,000 views on a lot of his videos. Like, maybe he crosses 1 million, but at the end of the day, it's like a tiny proportion of what he's actually got.
Yeah, I know.
Which is actually interesting for who we're talking about this week, DudePerfect. We'll get into it, but damn, their ratio is crazy good.
Like we talk about PewDiePie. Look, the polls, like, you know, they have a good amount, but they will only get like 2 million average.
Yeah.
Anyway,
what else you been?
So Poppy, you know, first podcast.
Oh yeah, first ever episode.
Yeah, she's been putting out a lot of music lately.
She put up a whole album, right? I think she's released a whole new album.
Bit by bit. I think there's like 3 songs since the metal one. And the one In a Minute, which is the song that I listened to. It's okay. It's not bad. Apparently she's coming to London again.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, in October or November.
Yeah, David and I went to a Poppy concert in London before, last time she was here.
Yeah, Hip Pause exclusive.
And it was pretty excellent. Yeah, it was pretty excellent.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was, and also the fan base. I was definitely curious to see.
Yeah. So I know that she does have a whole album in the works. So this is going to continue just these. But we haven't actually seen a proper music video yet. They're all like lyrics videos, aren't they?
Yeah. But she's not getting as high views as she used to, like when she does do her skits here and there.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, she's really slacked off with posting. I mean, back in the day when we first started, when she was really blowing up and was like, everyone was talking about her, it was videos all the time. She was pumping them out, and now it's like one a month, it feels like.
I know. And I know it's all down probably to that lawsuit, but still, man, just pump them out.
Yeah, exactly. It's the kind of stuff that you can just, surely can... Actually, no. I was about to say you can record a few in one sitting, but actually the costumes are pretty wild.
Oh, you think the costumes is the bigger problem?
Well, she has a costume artist in, like, she can only make so many costumes.
No. That fashion never ends. Like, there's a way.
Okay.
Well, do you actually think like they got like 20 videos? Like, damn, we just need new clothes and we'll be good.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, the ideas in them are simple, but I do think that genuinely can be hard to think of.
Yeah, but like, when she did that, these are the lyrics to Havana.
Yeah.
That got a lot of views compared to what she normally gets.
That was just, so I didn't actually, I looked at like 2 seconds of it. That was literally just her sat down reading the lyrics for the song. Right?
Yeah. Like Total Biscuit did of that Limp Bizkit song.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. That was funny.
So
I mean, fair enough. I got no problem with it.
Yeah, but that just made me think that, so Poppy just has to do a couple things in the trend if she's out of ideas. So like, I don't know, this In My Feelings thing that everyone's doing, just do a Poppy version of it. Everyone will watch it.
Whoa, slow down. This what? In My Feelings? What is that?
What? Don't tell me do you even YouTube anymore? Like, what, you haven't been seeing these going around? It's
how many times do I need to... David, how many times do I need to tell you my recommendations on YouTube are very specific, and YouTube does not allow me out of my little bubble, okay?
So you're telling me it hasn't put a Drake song on your home screen? Not once?
No, I don't think so. Good question.
Wow.
I'm going to check. I'm going to check that.
Okay, so there's this thing going on after Drake made a song called In My Feelings.
Okay.
And basically somebody, I don't know who it was, started this meme going around. I don't want to say it's as big as the Harlem Shake, but then there's so much of it where everyone just sings the song with the car door open.
Yeah, okay, I've seen that. Yeah.
So like, I'm not saying Poppy should do that because Poppy won't, but she could do her own version, and people will watch that.
No, it wouldn't work. You need a white background. You need she's got to be alone. She doesn't sing other people's songs. Come on. I can't see that working.
Or Charlotte saying In My Feelings in her robot voice.
Oh, God.
Hey, I'm just saying there's content to be made. Just needs, a little hip pause direction. And, we can make her famous again.
Yeah. So for the record, there is not one single Drake song on my homepage. I've scrolled far as well.
Huh.
Nothing.
That's shocking.
I told you, YouTube does not want me out of my little bubble.
Yeah, your little bubble.
Get back in that bubble.
This is what you deserve. This is what you need.
Yeah.
Like a father who's you will be a doctor.
Here's the same 3 creators you've watched all their videos of.
Exactly. That's pretty much my week. I won't lie. I know I did say to you in private as well that I'm done with Jake Paul, but I've just been flipping and skimming, and I mean, he's vlogging again. They are a bit clickbaity, but still watching.
As in like normal vlog rather than his
clown drama.
The clown or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. But, interesting. Are they good? Is it the same as the old stuff?
No, it's not like it's great. It's just literally him with a camera, and he has some idea for the day. That's it. Not real hard work. Oh yeah, then like lastly, Penguin Zero.
You mean Critical? His name is Critical.
Well, he should have thought of that before he made his YouTube channel
Nobody
called
calls
Penguin.
him Penguin Zero.
Well, I do. All right, I do.
Oh God.
All right, so there's a
You're
YouTube
supposed to be good at
channel,
YouTube.
a YouTube channel called Penguin Z0, otherwise Critical if you're Ivan. So this guy does a bunch of videos. Can't really narrow him down. He just covers stuff. He's very good at commentating, or I want to say like documenting
He just got
stuff that
his
happens.
His voice is not far off yours, David. It's just like this kind of very
I know.
low,
Yeah.
kind of like very reserved sounding.
Yeah.
Not bored, but like just deadpan.
Yeah,
kind of deadpan.
It takes a lot to interest him, is how it sounds.
yeah, but he is a funny guy.
Yeah. So I watched a video where he was just like, he had some footage of just angry customers at a Sears in America. And
No, really.
the way Critical does a video is he'll just like cut it and then he'll commentate about how stupid the people he's watching are, and then he'll continue the video. So it's like he's a live commentator for absolute, terrible stuff that you'd be surprised is on the internet.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Nice. Okay.
How about you?
Good week. Let's see. So I have been watching a bunch of Gus Johnson.
Nice.
He's just really funny. Apart from that, I've been watching some World of Warcraft videos. I've kind of been getting back into that because they're about to release like this new expansion. It's like a big thing. But apart from that, I've had a kind of a weird week. I don't do this that often, but I've just been... if you're looking through my history, I've just got so many like random one-off little videos, some of which are really funny. There's this old Monty Python sketch.
Okay.
It's done like it's an interview with someone, and it's the man who only speaks the ends of words. So he comes in and he speaks in like, ooh, it's like that. You can't really understand what he's saying.
Wait, the last sound of a word, not even like the end of a sentence.
No, just the ends of the words. And then they get someone in and he only speaks the starts of the words, and then they get someone who only speaks the middle of words, and it's just pretty like silly.
Wow.
But,
So that's not YouTube recommending. How did you find it?
I don't know. This is the frustrating thing. I don't know. Maybe it was on a website. Maybe it was on Imgur. No,
wow.
You don't really get YouTube links on Imgur. But it could have been... There's a website called Geekology who just posts like kind of, I don't know, funny, weird stuff. And sometimes he does videos. At least one of the ones I've watched is from there. Otherwise... I honestly don't actually remember, and it's so annoying.
Hey, that is the best part, where you just like get you just somehow found yourself there.
Yeah. So, actually, I will say, I've been complaining a lot about the recommendations.
Mm-hmm. Oh, is this where you start to be nice and be like, actually?
No. What I've been trying to do is when I see a video I actually don't like or I'm not interested in, I actually you can click the options button on the video and say, I'm not interested in this. Either say, I'm not interested in this video, or I'm not interested in this YouTuber completely. And then you get it just takes that out of your recommendations. So I've been trying to do that better, to teach it.
How much of a believer that it actually does use that information?
Yeah, I think it does. I mean, at least it's going to stop showing me that particular video, because sometimes, you know what it's like, sometimes they just get hung up on one video, and they just won't stop showing you it, and it's so annoying.
Yeah, because on Facebook
so at least
adverts, I used to do that, but it still brought the same stuff up, so I gave up on it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah, actually, I've had that with, Google ads, not... the ones that Google serves. Because, so again, going back to Imgur, they just recently added ads to the app, but I get the same ad for this, like, money-saving app, which, by the way, I've already got, and I've had for about a year, and I use a lot.
Yeah.
So they're advertising to me, even though I've already got the thing. And that is the only ad I see on that site, despite ticking it as not interested. I already have this. It's so dumb. It's just like they're throwing away money.
Well, what is the point? I wonder how it works.
It's painful.
What is the point?
I mean, they're literally paying every time that gets shown to me, and probably hundreds of people like me. Anyway, apart from that, I watched this like 48-second clip of some guy collapsing a building.
Wait, collapsing or collapsed in?
Collapsing.
Oh,
so
okay.
basically, it's like there's like a pillar on this building made of bricks, and it's really worn away. Yeah. And he's just like pulling bricks out, throwing stuff at it until eventually the whole thing collapses. I mean, it's kind of
like
cool. But
Jenga?
Yeah, but it's Jenga. It's live building scale Jenga. Yeah. Okay, and the last. There's actually a few more random ones I've been watching. Yeah. But I don't want to go too many of these. But one that was actually really funny. I will link this one. I
trust you're linking all the others.
You're
on link duty. You're on link duty today.
Fine, great. Deal. It's just a video of the worst security guard ever. He's doing searches, like body searches outside of a club. You know how they go like over down your arms, then feel your waist and your pockets. He's doing that, but he's not actually touching them. He just lazily waves his arms without touching. That's so funny.
Oh, so is it like he was caught on camera, or is it like SMOSH do with worst security ever, and it's all staged?
No, the real guy caught on camera. Proper like old school vertical video,
Oh, perfect.
Like candid camera,
Yeah.
It's a classic. It's a good one.
Yeah.
Although it's quite a new video, but it's just good. So I'll link that. I have actually caught up a little bit on the Creator Insider videos. So Creator Insider is a channel which is run by YouTube themselves, and it's where they tell people about new features, if they're testing something new, if they're changing something, whatever. And it's pretty interesting. So like, for example, one of the recent ones they've done is they made a new video, made vertical videos work better on your phone. So when you have a vertical video, and you basically just get, when you're holding your phone vertically, you get these like big black bars either side of it. Instead of doing that, it just basically zooms it in and makes it take up like 3/4 of your screen instead of just sitting at the top. It's just smart, and it just kind of works.
I trust that's an old video, because like 3 years ago, Ray William Johnson used to post videos in vertical. Is this the same thing where you would watch it in full screen but holding your phone the normal way?
You don't have, with this, you don't have to click full screen. But this is new. They did release this like a few days ago.
Interesting. Well, I may just get some more insight on that and try it myself.
Yeah, go if you watch their video is a vertical one, which you can,
that's how you do it. That's smart.
Yeah. Oh, okay, last one as well. This is kind of funny because last week we were talking about how I had gone on a bit of a binge watching loads of This Is America parodies. And we also spoke, even though it's kind of a dead meme, and we also spoke about how Dunkey, a really good YouTuber we like, has been posting a lot recently. So anyway, in the past week since the last episode, he posted a Childish Gambino parody called This Is a Chicken Wing. It was like perfect timing based on what we spoke last week, but it's actually really good. We got to link that one as well. Check that one out.
We can't even spoil it for you. It's definitely something you have to watch on your own.
Yeah, it's a good one. Apart from that, I've just been watching DudePerfect, really. But we'll be talking about that shortly.
Actually, before you transition, there is one thing that I actually just watched today. So there's a YouTube channel called Patty Mayo. I'm assuming Mayo. Patty is his first name, but it does also sound like a patty as in a burger, and then mayo being the thing you add to a burger. But anyway, that's what it's called.
Well, yeah.
So that might be his name. Anyway, so he's a bounty hunter, and he does it.
Okay, explain,
Yeah.
please.
So I was just shocked because I didn't think it would be on YouTube. But basically, he does it for bail enforcement. And so basically, if somebody gets out of jail by not paying bail, or like they find a way out, or they miss their court hearing, all that stuff, he's legally allowed to go and, arrest them, subdue them if they resist arrest, and record it, which makes sense to record it. But for some reason, he's putting it on YouTube. He's a verified YouTuber as well. He gets 10 million views, at least for the 3 videos I watched. But it's really, really cool to watch. Obviously, it's kind of sad seeing him get people who they're not innocent, but they aren't criminals to some extent. But him, with a taser, tracking them out of their house.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, but it's nice to see in the flesh.
Do you remember there was that TV show, Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Is that, I think, something that would probably come up directly after Cheaters on TV. But I think I know.
It was quite big on I mean, it's kind of like was on trash TV for obvious reasons, but it was quite big at one point. Like, he was quite famous, but he was like this really Christian guy that looked like a biker.
Yeah.
And man, actually South Park did a parody of that as well.
Oh, really?
But anyway, this guy sounds good. We'll link one of those videos as well. This guy sounds good. I'm actually really intrigued.
Yeah, I think there could be a new thing undiscovered on YouTube of just like finding something that was on TV and putting it on YouTube because people have left TV. Well, like the majority of people.
Yeah. That's actually a really good point. I mean, DudePerfect even do that a bit with their But anyway, I don't want to. We'll get to that. But okay, let's talk about the news. Let's talk about the news.
Yeah, again, news in quotation marks because this is YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. the really important stuff now. Get ready.
Hey, it's what pays our bills, so we'll call it news.
Yeah. So, for me, the biggest kind of thing is Mars, as in Mars Bar, as in the brand of chocolate, which, by the way, is a huge brand. It's not just Mars Bar. Mars themselves own tons of stuff. Like, they have dog food. They're like Coca-Cola, they're huge.
And you wouldn't know it's one of those where they just own them, but they don't talk about them. Or
exactly, yeah. It's like Nestle. They're kind of competing and are similar kind of sizes, I think. But anyway, Mars have just said that they're pulling all of their advertising from YouTube.
Oh, really?
So they've just said so basically what happened was they found that some of their ads were running against videos of this like rap music genre called drill. Now, drill is I think it's a UK thing. And it's basically, I'm going to call it underground rap, bit garagey kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's renowned for having really violent music videos that people make. And these aren't just like professionals, do a little shoot or whatever. It's like, shoot, literally. Lol. Anyway,
right, okay.
That's all we're doing.
That was a good reenactment you did there.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
No, wait. One more thing before we move on. You should work in like Call of Duty and like just do all the special effects for them. Okay, now I'm done.
Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah, thanks. So they make these music videos, these kids or young adults, all really violent. They're all centered around gang war, and there's been some stories. To be honest, they're probably not at all founded. It's like Daily Mail saying this stuff. They say, drill music videos linked to gang violence or causing gang violence, and it's I don't believe it's true, but this is obviously they aren't not nice videos. They're certainly not advertiser friendly videos.
Yeah.
So Mars found out this is happening, and they said, right, we're pulling all of our advertising from YouTube. I mean, that's a big blow for YouTube because that is a huge brand, like I said, with all of their different products. Pulling their their advertising spend, like that's a big deal for YouTube. That's a big account that they've just lost, albeit temporarily, probably. But and it's just, I don't know, it's been a while since this happened. Because you remember back in the day, the whole apocalypse and everything, it was kind of caused by Coca-Cola, amongst other brands, pulling their advertising because their ads were getting run against dodgy AF videos. And for this now to happen with Mars as well, it's like, I really hope it doesn't spiral out of control.
Yeah, because that's what happens with the big companies. Other people think, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's not just that they think, we're scared. They also think, hang on, YouTube is like by far the best place to advertise, to do video ads, and Google obviously charges a premium for it. By jumping on the bandwagon and pulling out, it kind of takes a bit of power away from YouTube and Google, and gives those people that are buying ads a bit more power, so they can kind of, they go, oh, well, you know what, we're not going to pay you as much because we're now worried about our brand. It's kind of like it's very businessy, kind of bit cutthroat sort of attitude, but it works for them. But so I just hope this doesn't kind of spiral out, because this is, to be honest, what is YouTube doing? Like, they should have this under control by this point.
I am a bit surprised of, like, that's not even a thing to miss, because it's really plain and in your face. I can't imagine their thumbnails are like, rainbows and flowers.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I thought, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I thought they were scanning videos
for swear words and stuff.
For swear words and certain language, things like that. And I haven't listened to a lot of drill music, or like any, in fact. But it's gonna have a lot of violent imagery and swearing in. So why would you? Yeah, why would that not get caught in the process? I don't understand what happened. But they're basically saying, we're pulling our spend for now, and we're working with Google to understand what happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, it might be that they basically said, until YouTube does something and we can see that they've got some kind of safeguards, we're not going to advertise.
Right, so that's what you meant by temporarily.
Yeah, exactly. So, but I mean, what can YouTube do? They've obviously been working on this. Like, this is a huge priority for them, because that advertising is their money. That's where they get their money.
Yeah.
So they need to get it right. And they obviously haven't ever. They just haven't got it right. At first they screw over the brands pull out. Yeah. Then they screw over the creators by doing something wrong on that side. And then they've apparently done nothing, and now they're screwing over the brands again. It's like, oh god, it's painful.
Gosh, I would love to see the sweat going through the PR guy who's in that meeting.
Seriously, man, I do not want to be him. That's ridiculous. Yeah, but I think I don't know. We'll see how it pans out, but hopefully it's not too big a deal. But anyway, should we move on to DudePerfect?
We could, but there is one other thing.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
All right, so we've covered SMOSH before, right?
Yeah.
We've covered Gus Johnson, even in this podcast.
Yeah. Well, we haven't dedicated an episode to him.
That is true. So there's a guy that I may have brought up in the SMOSH podcast, and maybe I'm a fan, maybe I'm not, but I'm probably a fan. Yes, I am. His name is Shane, and he's like part of the core 6 who are featured on screen when SMOSH do their skits. So he did a video with Gus Johnson.
He's the good-looking one.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good-looking in their own way, but yeah. So he did a 2 shoots and a live video to kind of like collaborate as YouTubers do with Gus Johnson. So Armin over here is not quite a fan of his comedic approach. So I was just curious, for the sake of the podcast, what is it that actually doesn't float your boat?
Okay, Shane. Okay, firstly, I just think he's too good looking for comedy. It's like he's arrogant.
You have brought that up before, yeah.
But it's like that. I mean, that's fine. It's fine, but he's kind of, I don't know. He's arrogant about it, and I just get this feeling like he kind of loves himself a bit too much.
Yeah,
and I don't know. I don't like that. Secondly, he's not. I mean, my biggest issue is that he's not funny. He's not funny. He doesn't make funny jokes. He spends the whole time with this kind of slight smirk on his face, like he's trying to hold back a laugh, like he's about to laugh, like, oh, I'm about to laugh because what I'm saying is or doing is so funny, and it's never funny. And it's just like, ugh, and it's just like, dude, just chill out. It's just like he loves, like, haha, I'm so funny, I can't even hold my laughter in. And when he's next to someone like Gus Johnson, who makes genuinely inventive, hilarious, smart, unusual, and creative skits, it's like, you're not even, who even are you? You know, you're just, I mean, they're obviously doing very different things. Like, it's not entirely his fault. Like, Gus Johnson's on his own, doing his own, whatever he wants.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, it just highlights when I see them next to one another that I really don't think he's funny and I don't like him.
Thanks for that. I really wanted a rant out of you. That was the whole point, really. We'll link the video in the description as well. But okay, last question. Interview-wise, do you think he did a good enough job?
It wasn't an interview. It was Two Truths and a Lie.
Yeah, but I mean, like, he's also like, for those who don't know Gus Johnson, I think it was a good introduction.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you'd have a more entertaining time going and watching Gus Johnson's videos. They're all about 30 seconds. You could get like 10 in
the whole time that you ended up watching.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, that's me done.
All right. Okay, well, let's move on to our YouTuber of the week, otherwise known as DudePerfect.
Yeah, don't even know how they came about as something we should cover. It was like I've never really watched or heard of them before.
And actually, so neither have I, apart from, you know, back in the day when they first started and maybe seeing a viral video or two. So I remember, so to summarize what DudePerfect is about is they pretty much do trick shots. So like, throw the ping pong ball in the cup, bounce it off the wall in the cup.
That's one way to say it. With many obstacles along the way for entertainment value.
Yeah. Well, they do these videos like in real life trick shots where it's like, I throw the bread in the toaster and then I get my orange juice and it flies in the cup, and I don't know.
Yeah.
So they do a lot of those, and that's how they started out. So they got really popular making these trick shot videos, and they went kind of viral. And that's the ones I think I've seen one or two of back in the day when it was viral.
Yeah, when they
viral
were booming.
videos were a thing.
Yeah.
And I've not watched it at all. To be honest, I had no idea they were still around, and I had no idea they were so big.
Yeah, and I don't know, considering this is our job, that we just they just flew under our radar.
Yeah, literally. So how many subs do they have now?
Yeah, like to paint a bigger picture, they've got 33.2 million subscribers.
So I think they're like the number 6, number 5, number 6.
Yeah. Taking out music accounts and stuff like that, they are definitely in the top 5 or 6. Most subscribed.
I think they're 6th actually. Yeah.
Also, they've got 6 billion views. That's a lot.
Damn,
that is a lot.
that
And
is
they don't post
a
that
lot.
much. We'll get into that, but they don't post like every day or every week. So I think on
Yeah.
their description or their about section, they post every other Monday, so every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot. That is a lot.
I mean, so basically their format for videos is they have like they're one of these channels that does series. They are a full, they're fully become a business kind of thing, like Smosh, like Rooster Teeth. So they have a few series. So they have the trick shots. That's kind of like their bread and butter sort of thing. And what they do is they get sponsors in for these trick shot videos.
Oh boy, dude! Every video I've watched, and I'm talking about since the last 3 years, the 7 videos I've watched, all of them had a sponsor at the start.
Yes, yeah. But I like that they're not too in your face about it. Like they say it, and then what they do is they just have, say they're throwing a basketball in a hoop, they'll have like the backboard branded with the
I'll give them respect, because considering they're DudePerfect and a bunch of dudes and bros, and like we know what Super Bowl advertising is. It's in your face. I'll give credit to them. They're not throwing it in my face, and the sponsors are actually kind of relevant to some extent. Like they make sense.
Yeah. So there's the trick shots. They also do battles. That's quite a long running series.
Yeah.
It's like 30 odd episodes of that, and that's basically where they do just like a light-hearted kind of jokey competition between them. So the one I watched was one of the ones I watched was fishing, deep sea fishing.
Okay.
And I can't believe that was filmed in one session, because the amount of fish they catch is ridiculous. And it's not just like little fish. It is literally sharks. Literal sharks. Like,
wow.
It's not...
You sound like the top comment of that video.
It's not messing around, okay? It's ridiculous.
I gotta say though, because maybe we're not even describing it enough in terms of the bromance that these guys have, because there's like 5 of them in total. But my first impression, and I don't know about yours, but since it's kind of new to us, when you watch the video, were you like, ugh, these guys? Or were you like, whoa, these guys are so cool? Like, which one?
Okay, so I'll tell you what I think. The trick shot videos, I don't think are cool, and I don't think they're interesting.
Oh, okay.
I actually find them really boring. And also, it's kind of annoying, like how much they cheer. It's kind of, that is a bit of bro-ish.
Yeah. That was the starting point for me. It was like, oh boy.
Yeah, it's every single thing they do, they like go crazy and cheer. But they actually referenced it in a video. One of the other ones I watched, they were like, we got a new. It was at they've got another series called Overtime, which is like a panel show. I'll talk about it in a minute, but at the start of the first episode of that, he's like, new series, guys, but don't worry, we're still gonna way over celebrate trick shots. Like, they know that they over celebrate them and that they're really annoying. Which is kind of funny.
I'm glad they mentioned that.
Yeah. But yeah, I find the trick shot videos not interesting, but some of the other ones I actually think are really cool. But one thing I will say, in general, this channel, I am so impressed with the quality, production quality.
Oh man,
this is honestly the best production quality I have seen of any YouTube channel ever. That's what I will say.
Yeah, I mean, there's something with their camera. There's something with their cameramen that is just on a new level. Mm-hmm.
So I'll give you a couple examples. So they had this video recently, old school trick shots, where they all dressed up as old men. Like, they got the full makeup done, so they look properly like old men. And they were just like shooting hoops and stuff in the basketball court. And it's just filmed insanely well. Like, all these close-ups, slow motion, sped up. The music is always really good in all their videos. And it just they do all these interesting shots, like in their face, moving around. Yeah. It's just so well done, but it's such like a simple thing. It's just more trick shots. It's like the same thing they always do, but it's just really well made. And then to follow that up, the fishing video I mentioned, okay?
Yeah.
I can't actually believe this. They got a professional underwater cameraman in. One that has swum with sharks before and was not, afraid to swim with sharks. And they got all this underwater video footage with like sharks, different types of fish. And again, it's just like cut and edited so well. And it's like mind blowing. Like, get an underwater cameraman for this.
I like how this
thing.
is actually selling on you so well.
I've got it. Okay, I'll say straight up. I like their channel. I don't like the trick shots, but I do like the overtime series, which is actually only like 4 episodes in.
Yeah,
is great. Like, they're about 15, 16 minutes long. So I know I'm talking a lot. Let me finish about the overtime one. But they are basically like 16, 17 minutes long, and it's panel based. So there's all 5 of them are sat there on a panel, and they just go through different segments of like kind of funny stuff. Like, one's what is it? It's like, I bet you or something. It's like they make a bet that something's going to happen, and he bets that he can smash a diamond with a hammer. And
right.
Yeah, it was actually really interesting. It actually dented the anvil. Like, it was crazy. They have this. Okay, but one of the segments is called Wheel Unfortunate. And they pull names out of the hat, see whoever pulls it, and they've got this big wheel. Again, production quality on point.
Yeah.
And they spin it, and it's like just ridiculous stuff on there that the person then has to do. It's stuff like, I've got to fly all the way across America to the other side of the country, and then just get back on a plane and fly back, and that's it.
Oh, okay. So when they do it, it's cool, but when TGF Bro do it, it's not cool.
Yeah, correct. Yeah. Another one on the spinner is like, it just says, own a cat.
Own a cat.
Yeah, that's it. No one's got it yet, so we don't know what's going to happen, but it's literally like they've got to go out and buy a cat, and just, I've got a cat now in my house.
This is exactly how you do it right with series.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you look at other YouTubers who have done this, there's actually no continuation. They're just making it a category of their videos. That one just sounds like, I want to find out if they ever get the cat.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just, again, the set looks great. The way it's edited, all of it is just done professionally.
Oh, yeah. It's a tidy website.
Exactly. It's TV quality, and you just do not see that level on YouTube. And they get the views. Then they get the views for it. They get 15 million minimum. Most of these videos, they're getting like almost 40 million views, 27, 20, 30. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. I'd say they're getting an average about mid-20s, maybe 25-ish average views.
Not to mention the occasional ridiculous 50s and 60s.
Yeah, and 90s even. The trick shot, one of the recent trick shots was like 92 million. And they've only got they've got 33 million subs. Yeah. So that's like 80% conversion rate, 90%. It's ridiculous.
Oh, man. They are, on paper, a channel you want to look at and be a benchmark of. I will say, I'm not like a super fan, and I definitely won't be. Like, I get it. I get the channel. I don't see it's not really my cup of tea, or it doesn't like interest me for a long period of time, which I appreciate because the videos are short. But
none of the series.
Not really. Like, I know they've done the ping pong trick shots, which is one that I
Boring.
watched. And for me, if anything, that's probably the more entertaining or the most likely videos I would be watching on their channel. But even those, they're like cool, but I don't think they have enough charm or fun to it compared to like, I don't know, when Niga Higa and his team do it. Like, at least they have a sarcastic joke that kind of goes with it. This one is just, I'm watching them achieve something I know they're going to achieve, and it's not mind-blowing as much as they make it to be, which is the barrier that I'm trying to get past, where it's like, they're not as surprised as I want them to be.
I mean, I always, whenever I watch them, I really want to have a counter in the corner telling me how many attempts it took, you know?
Oh, that's part of the series. You're supposed to actually have a shot every time they do that. But yeah, it would be cool, but I don't think they'll ever tell us. Although some of the editing, maybe it is the editing or they're just really good, but it does seem like it's not, like they wait too long for like the ones that they just do.
They must be really good at this stuff by now. They might just be great at throwing stuff in other stuff.
Yeah, that's on their CV, all right.
Yeah. They've said before, because some people have called them out and said, "Oh, it's fake."
Only idiots would do that.
I mean, like, why? Why would it be fake? How are you gonna fake that? Like, how complicated would it? It'll be more effort to fake it that well than to just sit there and do it over and over again until it works. You know. But they say they love it when people say that because it's just extra publicity and it makes people watch. They get views from that.
Yeah, it's like magicians, right? Like a lot of the audience are like, I don't believe it. No. I'm going to see it again to make sure.
Yeah, I want to figure it out, you know.
Yeah. Their names, though, how bro-y is that?
Oh my god, it's so bro-y. Okay, I don't have the list in front of me, but let me see if I can remember them.
I'm gonna shout one or two. Kobe.
Okay. Wait, is it Kobe or Cody?
Oh,
no, wait.
There's both, more than
right?
one.
There's Kobe and Cody
and Corey
and Tyler. Right?
Yeah.
And then the last one's called something with a G.
Yeah, they call him Gar for short, but Garrett, I guess.
Garrett. Yeah. So it's Kobe, Corey, Cody, Garrett, and Tyler.
I didn't even know Kobe and Corey were twins, but apparently they are.
Yeah, I read that too.
But I'm impressed there isn't a Brad. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Yeah.
They basically started
it's so bro-y because they're roommates as well from uni.
Yeah, exactly. That's where they started. I mean, yeah, the most bro-y you could possibly imagine. But I actually, to be honest, I thought I was going to hate them for that.
Yeah.
And I kind of don't. They're actually just they're kind of chill and
do you know why?
Take themselves too seriously.
Do you know why?
Why?
If they were teenagers now, in this YouTube life we live in, it would be a lot worse. Because they've had time to grow and be mature men.
Yeah. I think that's true. Like, they're not forcing it. They're not trying too hard.
And even when they were kids, they wouldn't have forced it because there was less competition. It's the YouTube now that just makes it ugly.
Yeah. YouTube these days is an ugly place. I'll tell you what, they're less bro-y than Shane is from SMOSH. Well,
I'm sorry I brought that up.
Yeah, exactly.
A quick thing on their rise is so they started their account in 2009, and 4 years till 2013 is how long it took them to get 1 million subs. Now, I know YouTube back then wasn't in everyone's, dinner table, but then 2016 they got to 10 million. And that's not when we started our podcast, but it was when I watched or like monitored YouTube. That's why DudePerfect kind of slipped my mind, because from 10 to 33 in 2 years is... Whew.
Damn, yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's so good. But you know what it is? It's the quality. Like they've been going a long time, but they've got quality videos that are all like effort goes into these. Like they only post every 2 weeks, but it feels like they have to set stuff up. I mean, at the start of some of these trick shot videos, they'll do like big, like the chain machines where you drop one ball and it hits a thing, rolls, do like huge ones of those, which must have taken loads of setup.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds like I'm saying I do like them, and I do like them. It
does sound like you love them.
Yeah, but when I actually think about it, when I look through their channel, I like the Overtime show, which is only 4 episodes, and the rest of it, like the battles, aren't actually that interesting. Trick shots aren't interesting. They occasionally break Guinness World Records, like walking on the Lego for the longest distance.
Right.
It's a bit funny. But mostly I don't actually like this stuff. I like the Overtime show, but I don't really like the other content. It's kind of interesting, actually. I've never had that before. But it's good because it means that their content is varied enough that there is something for everyone. That's one of the reasons why they're good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. Even if I'll always appreciate a channel, even if they're not for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that about rap.
There was so there's this other YouTuber called Brody Smith, who I actually know, not personally.
Brody.
Yeah, right.
Brody's a good
I've seen his YouTube stuff ages ago, and he was actually on a TV show that I watched called The Amazing Race. So there was a YouTuber's edition of The Amazing Race, which is popular in America, where people just go around the world and have to basically first one back to America, up with some challenges along the way. Rooster Teeth were there, and Brody and his other guy from his YouTube channel were there. So Brody's known for doing kind of trick shots and just being really good with what do you call it? It's actually lost my mind. Frisbee trick shots. So he was in one of DudePerfect videos, DudePerfect's videos, and I gotta say, I thought he would have fit in, even though his name is Brody, but I didn't think he would fit in. But they actually made him really welcome, and it was actually really good to watch. I don't know why. I just appreciate when there's good collaboration.
Yeah. You gotta appreciate a good collaboration because so much of it is so lazy.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, just thought I'd throw that in there, because we're doing good collaboration right now.
Yeah. All right, I think we're gonna wrap up for this week.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, overall, I like them. Amazing on the production. I'm so impressed. I was literally watching it like this is like a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah. So. I'm signing off now, right? I'm losing it a bit here. I'm too hot in this room. That's what it is. I can't think straight. Thank you for listening. This has been the Hippos Podcast. Remember to leave us a comment, whether it is on iTunes, whether it is on where else can people leave comments? On Twitter. Our Twitter is at SoNotDavid for David and at Glyphix for me. And drop us a like or a star or just keep listening.
Follow on SoundCloud. Keep
follow
tuned.
On SoundCloud. Sub on Android, any podcast app you use, whatever you want.
And look forward to more Hip Pause podcasts where we are clearly doing it remotely in different areas, but we're doing our best.
We release every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Thanks for listening.
See ya.